There it is.
There it is. And we are live just like that. Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, hello.
I cannot.
How you ladies doing this evening?
Professor Dr. Love.
It's Dr.
Oh.
Love.
My gosh.
Bow tie and all.
That is hilarious.
What do we have here? All right, then. Dr. Love.
Dr. Love, baby.
Is that what I'm calling you? It's not Victor any longer. It's Dr. Love.
I'll switch it back. For you.
But tonight you're Dr. Love, huh?
All night long, baby.
All right. I hear you. Welcome to Tainty of Life. I'm your host, Veronica. Back with you tonight. Thank you. I have my co-host Victor back with us tonight.
AKA Dr. Love.
Oh,
Dr.
sorry. My bad.
If I put the glasses on, you already know I'm giving some expert advice.
Dr. Love sitting in with us. And we have our girl, Deanna, back with us tonight.
Hey.
Brother Fatine couldn't join us tonight, or he may pop in a little later. Who knows? But still here in South Carolina visiting family and things. So, we'll give him his little space to enjoy his last day here in I think he have one more day. But anywho, welcome family. I see you, Tori, Noah. Thank y'all so much for joining us, all of you out there, for joining us this evening for some hotness. Back with the tea on this Tuesday. And let me say before we get started, none of us have degrees in psychology. None of us have psychology. None of us are, what do you call it?
Sexologists. I think that's what that was.
Love doctors. Right?
None of the above, okay? But we are here to give our advice. We've all been through this thing called life. We all have situations that we've been through, storms that we've been through. So, we can give a little bit of advice from our end. So, I just a little bit, so I just wanted to throw that out there so no one can get it twisted. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All human is just our interpretation. If you don't like it, then call the number or... There's the comment section.
Okay.
We thank you for a reason.
We're tangy for a reason. That's right.
Everybody's cup of tea.
Oh, Deanna, can we talk about hair for a second, girl? Like, I don't
Please don't get me started now. I'm trying to let it go.
Change my name.
Girl, like all this right here that's growing out, like I don't know.
I just can't with this. Last week it was popping because I just got it done. So it was popping, but this week, not so much. Vic, I need to borrow your Morris Farm hat.
Oh man,
yeah. Let's get a hat going on today.
You see my captain's.
Never mind, I don't want to borrow that one. No,
just that fast. Okay.
It's okay. Keep that. Oh God.
Put my bow tie on while you read the letter.
You got to be stopped. Might as well put your glasses on too.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
All right, let's get into this letter because this is kind of deep for me. Like this young lady.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So let's get right into it, fam. All right. So it says, my children father abandoned us after 16 years. We've been together for 17 years and never married. I was blessed with 2 beautiful children, ages 8 and 10, from this relationship. He decided one day that he no longer wanted to live a lie. He confessed to me that he was no longer in love with me and that he was packing all his belongings and moving out. No explanation, nothing, just he's moving out. I asked him what was going on. Was it something that I said or done? He had no words for me. He could not look me in my face. He did exactly what he said and left me and the children. This happened over 2 years ago, and I can finally talk about it. The pain is still there and it hurts like hell. Months later, I found out that all this time he was living a double life. He had a whole family in another state. He is a truck driver and is on the road quite often, but I would have never imagined he would do this to us. He never showed signs that he was unhappy. He would always come home smiling and saying how much he missed me and the kids. Hard worker, took care of the household financially. I had no complaints when it came to this man. After months of struggling, trying to figure out what happened, crying day and night, talking with my pastor and first lady, praying, etc., out the blue, his sister told me what was going on because she didn't want to see me like this any longer. I lost weight. My hair was falling out. I quit my job because I couldn't function. The sister and I have always been close and still is till this day. I would have never known if it wasn't for her. Now his entire family don't want anything to do with the sister because they feel like she turned on her own brother. I feel so bad for her. She have not spoken to her family in 2 years since this happened. I don't believe in relationships anymore. I don't believe love is real. People will pretend to love and care about you, but in the end, they only care about themselves. What advice do you have for her? And I could still use some encouragement as well. The sister is torn, and sometimes I don't have the words for her. It's still really tough for the both of us. Thanks. This is a tough one because you've been with someone for so long. You're talking about 17 years, she said.
But
You've
they
been
were
with
married
this.
for 16, right?
Yeah, married. Okay, married for no, they wasn't married, and that's a great thing. Never married. They've
Well,
been
what?
yeah.
So what was
never,
the 17 to 16 though?
let me see. She said, my children's father abandoned us after 16 years. I don't know why she put that. And then she said, we've been together for 17 years.
Okay, so she had kids after a year of them being together. Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
And never married. I guess that's what she's saying. But the good thing is, yes, y'all never been married. So that's a great thing. I don't know. And the sister it had to be a really tough decision for that sister to tell you what went on. Like, how many people will turn on their own brother and sister for an outsider, a girlfriend, boyfriend, a husband or a wife? Like, how many people will go beyond and tell that girlfriend or that wife the real deal on their blood? You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. Well, it's not another story, but I don't know. It's just real to find out that you've been with someone for so long and they're living a double life. Like, they have a whole nother family in another state. Like, that is crazy to me. And let's be clear, not all truck drivers are, out making kids and doing things on the road. You do have some faithful men and women driving trucks and, know where their home is and know where their love belongs. But we're going to talk about this guy right here. So you go out driving trucks across the country, wherever you go, and here you out here got another family in another state while you're I don't want to call her girlfriend.
Right.
That's a long time.
Where
Like,
are you?
yeah. And why haven't he proposed to you?
We know why now.
Right. So, I mean, I say girlfriend. Okay. So you had this girlfriend all this time, but you out here with another family in another state. Like, that just blows my mind because this is how people get twisted in the mind. Mm-hmm. This is when people go crazy and start doing things and acting different and going crazy because somebody didn't play with their mind. All these years, this man been playing this woman. Okay, he have another family. No, I don't know how old his other kids. She didn't put that in there. But my thing is, stop playing with people.
Please.
If you don't want to be with someone, don't be with them. point blank, period. Tell them, stop living this life of lies, because it's not good, and it's only going to hurt the person, the wife, the girlfriend, whoever, and when you have children involved, like all around, people are going to get hurt. And people they've got to stop and realize and stop only thinking about themselves in situations like this. Victor?
All right.
Dr. Love, what's on your mind?
So let me give you the bigger picture here. To start with, for a man to create another family, let's look at how was he able to do that. So basically, he's got two, and I don't want y'all women to jump on me when I say this, but he's got two gullible women that let him do that. So in order for you to have, how can a man create two families and drive? I don't see how that's even possible. How can
it's possible.
Oh, I can see it.
Well, maybe because I haven't lived that lifestyle, I don't understand it. So I don't see how a man can lay his claim, he lay his head here, drive truck, and then he's still doing stuff over here. So after 17 years, she never seen no check stubs. She don't understand how that business works. The cents on the mile. There's so many things that you are supposed to know after that long for him to get away with that. So she has to take some blame in that. But I hate that all of this is happening to her. But she is a victim. She really is a victim. But she has to accept some responsibilities for allowing this to happen.
I don't think she didn't allow it. No one will allow it to happen.
He has the perfect job for it to happen.
Okay.
Let's say he's a long distance truck driver. I don't know. So X amount of days or whatever right. It is, he's away for X amount of time, both of them.
Right. So he's definitely not a truck driver that comes home every night. Right. We already know that.
So he's bringing home the bacon. So why question whatever it is that's going on? Because obviously
he can't be driving his. See, and that's the thing. See, people like to sit here and say that, oh, he a long distance truck driver. Okay, if he's a long distance truck driver, she said in another state. Well, if his load is going there, that means he's only staying there, screwing her, turning around, coming back, screwing her, turning around, and it's just one continuous cycle. He's never really laying his head. So
I don't agree with that.
Well, okay, so let's think about this as a second. As a long distance truck driver, I don't know how they operate, but I would assume they have a route. Okay, if he has a set route or he's got a route going to multiple different states that he's passing through. So yes, you're going to form bonds with people, but as I'm passing through these states, I still have a time frame to drop my load off.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? No pun intended.
No pun intended. But that means that second woman, or maybe she's the second.
Who's the second woman?
The one that he left her with. Remember he said he got another family?
Yeah, but who's to say that he wasn't established with her first? This
exactly.
Is crazy.
So I'm saying whoever the second woman is, you're just a turnaround. That's all you was. So women need to stop settling for guys that can only give you a day or a day and a half of their time at most.
I want to pose a question to you, Vic. I remember a couple shows ago, we talked about, you specifically talked about when you're in a relationship, basically that woman has to understand that basically that you're busy, I guess with your career or whatever, you're busy and you're working. So you might not be able to dedicate as much time as somebody would like.
Yep.
I would imagine it's the same scenario.
But I'm home every night though.
Well, that's different too. But you know, if they're working and this is what they already have established, I don't know.
Let me say this.
It's definitely possible.
Let me say this. Let me say this. See, this is where the nosiness of me comes into play. All right. If you on the clock, all right, we all know what on the clock is. If you on the clock, all right, if I know what you make, when I assume you're away from home and you say you're going to work, I can calculate a figure about what you should be bringing home. I might not necessarily ask you what you bring home, but I can kind of figure what you should be making. So all that needs to kind of match. You feel what I'm saying?
But would you question that if in your mind everything is adding up?
And everything is good at home. I'm not worrying about what he's doing, where he's at. Like,
but you know what? A lot of women think that when a man is paying the bills, if I'm paying all the bills, you think, oh, well, he ain't got no other money to do nothing else. But the problem is that a lot of times y'all don't know how much that man really makes and what he's got going on outside. And I'm not telling you to get nobody's business, but in order to protect yourself, you need to know everything.
Now, I just want to comment to the letter. We've commented to the fact that it's unfortunate and she's a victim. I think my thing is we all been hurt. Nobody can tell you how fast to heal, how fast to come back. But it's unfortunate that it's affecting her so deeply. Like, it seems that you seek spiritual counseling, you seek I don't know, refuge in the friends or in the sister, but how long will this situation control you? Because he's gone, he's moved forward, he is gone, bye-bye, ta-ta, whatever, but you're still stuck in that place and can't move forward. Sometimes you got to accept the apology you'll never get, and you got to forgive people who are not sorry.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes a difference how long you've been in that relationship, that situation. Like, we talking 17 years here.
That's whole life.
Yeah, right. That's not a short period of time. That's not like 2 years, 5 years. We talking 17 years. So, and she say this happened 2 years ago. You darn right. You probably still, yeah. 2 kids, for someone to just up and say they're leaving you without any, clarification. Like,
she said there was no clarification. I'm pretty sure there was signs. Nobody just ups and leaves.
You'll be surprised.
Okay.
You already said, Victor, that you would not give someone a reason.
Yeah, you already said. Clearly, you said that.
Hey, I remember. Let me get myself.
You said that you don't owe people that. So
no, I don't. I really
okay,
don't.
So this man probably felt like he didn't owe her anything, which is crazy.
But if you care, but my thing is, if I care about you, if I really do care about you, you're going to know that I'm checking out. You got to know.
But you got to say it too. Like, it's not fair for you to expect for somebody to just be able to know or to just read into it. You should say something. It's not fair for you to, or him or whomever to just
I don't care. I don't care about no mood change. No, oh well, I didn't change the sheets this week.
You should have known I wasn't coming home. No, you should have said something.
Open your mouth and talk. That's just, and Misty, I'm with you. She says you can't date me for 16 years. I'm just saying.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
That's a whole lifetime.
There's a lot of reasons why I can date somebody for 16 years.
16 whole years.
That's a long time.
To me, that would mean you had had no intention of ever marrying me.
Now, see, let me say this. If I'm a multi-millionaire, you're gonna date me for 16 years.
So you putting that out there? You're a multi-millionaire.
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, if I'm a multi-millionaire, I call the shots.
But can we not go in that bracket though?
Okay.
Let's
Well-
stick with the 9 to 5 folks here.
Okay, for the 95 folks, if I'm working and you not, you gonna date me for 16 years.
Well, what if people are working?
But see, I was just giving you examples of people that date for 16 years. If I'm gonna tell you this, Madonna, for example, if she was younger and she got her a guy that had a 9 to 5, he's probably going to want to get married. She was like, "Nah, we're going to date," and he gonna stick right up in there because that's who she is.
But we're not Madonna. We're not multimillionaires. We're just average Joe Blows.
All right,
And-
so let me say this:
and-
Have y'all ever seen housewives that their husband had a good job and she was home and she had 2-3 kids by this guy's and they never been married, but he was out doing this and out doing that, and you were like, why does she stay? Because she's stuck.
No, she's settled. You're not stuck.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean,
I just
more-
feel like. Go ahead, Veronica.
No, go ahead, Dan.
People who have something to bring to the table, maybe that's why we don't feel stuck. I don't know, because I don't understand that. And even if you don't have anything to bring to the table, you can learn something. You can do something.
But I'm not knocking anybody. All I'm saying is that sometimes when one person dominates the other, they use what they have in order to make the other person feel inferior, and they keep them down there. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's I have seen that.
I think a lot of people get comfortable.
Mhm.
But what she said is the perfect word is settled. People get settled. And then they say, well, he is paying the bills and he coming home every night. I don't care what he do out there, as long as he take care of these kids.
That's a
and pay
lie
these
they
bills.
tell themselves just to be able to cope, because
I agree
right.
with you.
no woman is okay with that. Now, we might justify it. Fateen's not here, but we might justify it when we think about these thruples or three-way relationships, and we settle for that. In my opinion, we settle for that, and also we settle for it when we know that he's cheating, but we just kind of make ourselves feel like it's okay. We're settling if we
And
just
hoping they would change.
But
Yeah.
it goes, but see, it also goes the other way. When you got an inferior man that's dating a very, very attractive woman, she be out there doing this, but he just is infatuated with, yes, we have this public relationship and that she's fine, she bad. I know she's out my league and she's still cheating, but I still want to be with her, and the idea of me being with her. So it does work both ways. Now, I'm not saying that the woman can't make money, but I've seen that too, where a guy was with a woman who was out of his league, who she was just out here doing her thing, but he was still content with her coming home to him at night, as long as she
fall in
she
love.
washed off before she got to bed.
We fall in love with the
Oh my
idea.
God.
The idea of love, and we as women, we oftentimes fall in love with potential. We fall in love with who we feel like he could be, or what we feel like he could do if. So that's why we stay stuck, because we're in love with potential and not what the person is actually showing us, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I agree with you. I cannot disagree with you on that, because you're giving it from a woman's perspective. I can see your point. So I can't disagree with you on that.
However,
Right.
There's no however. There's no however, because you giving it from a woman's perspective, and there's nothing I can say about that.
but I think, and I feel like I've been in the situation too, where a man will do whatever it takes to draw a woman in.
Yes.
As soon as he feels like got her, then that whole other face comes out. So now,
Yep, you get a bomb.
oh yeah.
I'm tired of you giving all these women the bomb. Y'all girls.
No, it's just us. Well, Vic, you got to make valid points.
Okay.
But
Or get me some sound effects.
well, that too. But then they show us their true face. But by the time we see the true face, we fell in love with the catfish or who we thought they were. And now by the time we see the real them, it's like
Feelings.
who are you? Yeah, your feelings involved, your family or your kids or whatever else is all entangled. And so now you're in love with the idea of who you thought they were and not really who they're showing you at this point.
So you
Right.
mean to tell me the whole time that you didn't see all this mess that I was doing? Because you can only you can only have the mask on for so long. Gee, I got to come up and breathe at some point in time.
But if some people can wear the mask for a minute now.
Exactly.
But it's up to
Exactly.
you to see
For a
it.
very long time.
Well, if you can't see, I can't see what you're not showing me. Now, once you begin to show me
Mhm.
and I choose not to see, that's different.
Right.
But for a while, man, these men walk a straight line for a minute now.
Yes.
And when they
So
realize,
y'all women gonna play the victim 24/7?
no, no,
we're not.
no. I'm just speaking from my experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by the time they show you the real thing, then what?
I mean, and sometimes people do show you who they are early on, but we just don't pay those signs any attention. You know? So yes, that's our fault right there because sometimes we're like, oh, well, we're gonna move on. I'm pretending like I didn't see that or I didn't hear that. I didn't notice that because my feelings are already involved.
You know, we do the same thing though, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we don't? But see, how can y'all sit here and say that? How can y'all say that? Because right now, y'all gonna sit here and say that every relationship is always the man's fault. Huh?
No, we didn't say that. We didn't say that listen, you got some women out there that don't give two shits just like a man. Like they just out for themselves, like for real.
Yeah.
But we ain't talking about us right now.
But it does go both ways.
It does.
But
It really does.
it's two of us, one of you, Vic. Just roll with it.
It's no point of rolling with it, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stand my ground. You know, at the end of the day, you women know what you was getting yourself into.
I don't agree
No,
with that.
Victor.
I
No.
don't agree with that at
You think
all.
this woman would have stayed with this man? Well, 17 years, and he has another family in another
Wait a minute.
state.
She was with him for 17 years with no ring. So she knew what she would. After year 5, you knew this man did not want to marry you. So why are y'all looking past the obvious signs that this guy did not want to marry her?
Oh,
Stop making excuses for her. Yes.
that's a point, but that does not say
That she
he has a whole nother family. Now it says, okay, he doesn't want to marry her, but it does not say he got a whole family in a whole nother state. It does not say all of that.
Let me ask you this. If I don't want to marry you, why does it matter what I do to you?
Then don't be with me. If
bam.
marriage is not the goal, then don't
You
be
got
with
the
me.
bomb. You got the bomb.
Deanna got the ball.
Because I am the bomb. But don't roll your eyes. But if marriage is not the goal, why be with somebody who desires marriage when it's plenty of women who don't? Go be with somebody who's like-minded, who doesn't care about getting married. You don't care about getting married. Don't drag somebody who desires marriage into your big ball of confusion to make them even more confused. That's not right.
Right.
At the end of the day, she needs to say, this is not healthy for me. She needs to say, I'm going to put my big girl panties on and give him an ultimatum.
No,
you
but
keep
she
saying, stop. You keep saying no. After 5 years, she should have said, either you going to marry me or you going to leave me alone. Because they didn't even have kids. They had one child.
Two.
At that time. Well,
one at that time, maybe.
At that time, they had one child. About to get on their second one. She should have said, you know what, sir, Melvin, whatever your name is, leave me. If you are not going to marry me or give me a commitment, Leave me alone. And she did not do that. So she allowed this guy to do whatever he wanted to her.
Because
So,
I disagree to a
all I'm
certain
saying
extent.
is it's wrong. Yes, I agree. Everything that he did to her was wrong. But she has to take some responsibility in that, because she should have left fucking 6 years ago. Oh, well, hell, 13 years ago. She
I mean,
well, gone.
okay, that point I do get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she was comfortable. She was happy. Like she said, this man always came home smiling and saying how he missed her and the kids. He was a hard worker. He took care of the household financially.
Come home and lie so you can cook. But see, I'm not, all I'm saying is I'm putting myself in his situation. I'm not saying that I agree with what he did, because I don't agree with what he did. But I just want y'all to realize that she needs to accept some form of responsibility to this entire fiasco. But see, what women like to do is y'all like to be 100% the victim in any time that the relationship don't work. Okay.
I disagree.
No, because if I was the issue, if I was the problem, I would say that I will confess to that. Yes, she probably should have way down the road. Yeah. Put her foot down and said, listen, what we doing here? We have 2 kids. We're not married. Like what is going on?
We know what we doing here. It should have been, this is what I'm doing. But see, that's the thing though.
Then if she would have said this,
years, there is no we. It should be no we. This is what I'm doing. Sir, if you're not gonna marry me, get the hell on.
It's not that easy, Victor.
What I'm saying is, be that as it may, nothing she did should result in him doing what he did. Like, I hate when and you made the point a couple of times about we got to take responsibility, but I still make the point that was a choice that he made. Nothing she did about settling or whatever made him do that. He chose to do that repetitively.
16 years down the road, he did it.
Who knows how long it was going on?
Right.
But that's my
he got caught at year 16.
But that's my point. That's you're further validating my point. All I'm saying is, after year 5,
it couldn't have happened if she would have cut it off.
Something, huh?
You're trying to say it couldn't have happened if she would have cut it off?
All I'm saying, it could have happened, but she wouldn't have been that deep into it.
But that's victim shaming to me.
Okay, but then there's nothing in my eyes. There's nothing wrong with victim shaming as long as you accept your responsibilities in that. Now, we're talking about this instance now,
right.
So she has to take some responsibility and say, you know what, I let this man play with me for 16 years.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But I'm sure as she began the healing process, I'm sure when she really accepted for what, she'll look back and see some things that she missed. I've been to the point where I was so hurt that I only saw what he did wrong. But as I healed and I took time and I processed everything,
I want to hear it. Let me get close.
I could see where I was wrong.
Woo!
And I could admit.
Say that again.
I could see. Now, it took some time for me to process and you get over the initial hurt and the sting of that. But as I, processed everything and I look back, I could see a lot of times where, Deanna, you shouldn't have said that.
Ooh.
Deanna, you was wrong.
Right.
You could have said that better. You could have did that better.
You know
However, I will not take responsibility for the other person's actions.
You know what, Deanna? That quality that you have right there is a quality that a lot of women don't have, is to say that they're wrong.
They do. They might not say it, but they know.
They know.
It might take us a minute. Now, we're not going to, we might not say it.
It should never take a minute. When you realize you're wrong, you should say you're wrong.
It might take a minute to realize, because we'll play the whole scenario. Like, we have to play it. And sometimes I might have to call my best friend and be like, girl, such. And she'll say, now, Deanna, you was wrong.
Well, let me say this right quick. I want to read this comment. Going to Noah's comment. Victor, aka Dr. Love. Do I need
Go ahead.
Do I need to log on to help you out? Because what I'm not going to do is continue to listen to Veronica and Deanna talk to you with that strong tone in their voice, like you're the one that's driving truck.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
So,
Noah.
So, without
Further ado.
No, we're gonna get you too.
Without further ado, let's bring on Noah
You got me
Johnson.
straight. My tie was up.
Let's bring on Noah Johnson, please.
Here come the backup, Vic.
Well,
What's up, man?
Well, what's going on, Dr. Love? Vic, what's going on?
You know what? Can y'all hear Noah?
No, not really.
He a little low, but we'll work with it.
You don't have to be afraid of us. We just talk with passion. We're not scary.
Oh, how about now? Can y'all hear me a little better now?
Just talk loud, Noah.
Oh, wow. I don't want to wake people up because my job got me staying at a hotel. I don't want to wake everybody up, you know.
Oh.
Well, they might want to get tangled.
The first thing I heard him say was he don't want the ladies to jump on him. And as soon as he said what he said, y'all started jumping on him.
We didn't jump on him. That's not true.
Because
yes, you did.
Because Dr. Love needs to be jumped on sometimes. Well, wait. Not like that, but he needs some.
This is the thing about Vic. Vic agrees with what we say, but he always got to put a spin on it.
I do agree with what y'all saying. I always tell y'all I agree with what you're saying.
But it's always a but.
There is a but I'm tired of women always wanting to be 100% of the victim. She has a role in this.
That's right.
Just because she didn't see the signs early, Victor? Or are you talking about because she didn't say she wants to be married?
5 years. She should have gave him an ultimatum.
So do men not feel a bit slighted by ultimatums? Like, yes. Oh, yes. You made me, and then you resent her 3 years later because you felt like she made you.
Wait a minute.
It's a double standard.
Wait a minute. If you give me an ultimatum, then it's up to me to make that decision. So either I'm settling or we're going to sit down and have a conversation. If you give me an ultimatum, you say, listen, I love you. I want to marry you. I want to make this thing whole. So it's up to me to say either I'm going to let you go or I agree with what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with an ultimatum.
Yeah,
There's
to
nothing
you.
wrong with that.
But
some men take offense to that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Like some men don't want you giving them like you're gonna do this or I'm leaving. Okay. Yeah. Some of them, like you, Victor, would say bye.
No, how you feel about ultimatum?
Like me. I've never been given an ultimatum, but at the same time, it's if it's justified, then I have no problem going along with it. Y'all can sit here and say this, but it is what it is. Either I'm gonna do it or I'm not.
What you think, Noah? If somebody gave you an ultimatum?
Well, an ultimatum, it is what it is. I mean, we as men, like marriage, for example, marriage, we're not going to rush and get married because, and I can use my mom and dad as example. They've been married for a long time, so I want to make sure she's the right one. And just because we're laying down, having sex with each other, and been together for a long time, that doesn't mean she's the right one.
Then why waste her time?
Say again?
Why waste her time?
But how do you know that time is wasted? Is what I'm saying. It's not wasted time until you get to know each other. How can, like, let's go back to that letter. How did she put everything that she done in that letter? She just what she basically
of course
did.
Not.
Okay, so how do we know he came home from work from having a long day? The house wasn't clean. Dinner wasn't cooked. She was too tired to, have sex or whatever the case may be. All that stuff plays a big role in a relationship,
Yeah.
And it probably came to a point to where he found a woman to where he went over there. She cooked. She would clean. Anytime he wanted to touch her, bam, they're having sex. And when he got home, it was the exact opposite. So
but every new penny
Now those are
shines.
facts. That's true right there. I gotta agree with him.
I agree too, but I still don't think it's her fault that he decided to cheat.
Are y'all
No,
really
she-
agreeing after every?
No, I mean with
It's
that
her fault.
how Noah broke it down just now. Like a lot of men, and I'm not saying those are excuses.
They see
But-
it differently.
Yeah, like men
Was
look
it the
at
tie that I had on that y'all was not listening?
no, because your point was she should have been left because they wasn't married.
Mm-hmm.
His point is breaking it down like,
Uh-huh.
okay, it's probably where he was coming home to a nasty home. She wasn't cooking, she wasn't giving him sex after coming from off the road and all
Of
that.
course, she was
stuff.
giving him sex when he was coming off the road. You know that.
Even to that point, the house can be spotless, the dog can be fed, the kids can be fed, they can be in bed, you can work a 9 to 5, you can help pay bills, you can swing from the
Swing for the chandelier.
you can be a stripper, and if you're gonna cheat, you still gonna cheat. Period. Point blank.
First of all, you better not get your ass on my damn chandelier.
You
I know
can
that.
the point. Case in
I know
point.
that.
If
You better
if
get your
somebody's
ass
going
down.
to cheat, you can do everything. You can boy back.
Noah froze up on us. Voodoo says, Victor, his voice is deeper, so his point is more valid.
I think that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And his beard longer than mine. I think that's what it is.
Oh, no.
I think that's
No,
exactly
it's
what
just-
it is.
He broke it down like that. I mean, that makes you look at it like, okay, well, those things are possible.
Valid. Yeah.
Yeah, those are valid points. But still, for you to go out and make another family in another state,
It's deeper than cheating, right? That's deeper than cheating.
I'm gonna ask y'all this. What y'all think makes a man cheat?
the things that Noah just said, those
No,
are a few things.
No, opportunities.
I
That's
had
the
a,
only thing that makes a man cheat is the opportunity. That's
I
it.
think I said this before, that one of my male friends told me that women internalize it. Men don't cheat because of the woman. A lot of times is they just want something new. It's not because they don't love them. It's because they don't care. They
It's
just
the
want something new. The opportunity, like you said.
That's it.
So
But keep
But the
on,
thing
keep
is-
on,
to do
keep-
with what she did or didn't do, is the opportunity was there and I ran with it.
But
well,
the
keep
thing
on
about
with
it
those
is,
opportunities.
ma'am, what you
Keep
saying
right
again,
on
bro?
with the opportunities.
But the thing about it is that before that opportunity arises, if I respect you, I'll never give nobody the opportunity to invade my space like that. Now, see, with me, I've never been a cheater. Well, in the last 10 years, I've never been a cheater. So I'll say this. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
I'm
don't-
quiet on that.
But no, I had to think because I was trying to think, could I go back further than 10 years? I don't put myself in situations where it could that cheating opportunity could arise. And like in our promo video, like I was saying, you know, if a woman's out there and she got a flat tire, my ass ain't going over there to change no damn tires, because there could be an opportunity to arise. Coaching little league sports.
From changing a tire, y'all have no damn control.
No, it's not that though. Y'all don't have no control, because as soon as we come over there, man, what's wrong? Well, my tire, and y'all get to lifting up your shirt. Oh, my
Come
tire.
on, we're not all of us are desperate.
But some of y'all are.
Okay, but even if she lift her shirt up, you should have control of your mind
No.
and say, listen, I got a wife or I got a girlfriend at home. I mean, you know, I'm with someone. Keep my mind focused. Keep my
But
mind.
then that's when I just don't go over there. So to alleviate all that, I just don't go.
Oh,
Y'all
but,
some
yeah,
weak humans.
come on now.
What, Noah? Noah, what you said? You freezing.
No, now come on now. If if Vic, like, I'm freezing.
Just a little bit,
You said I'm freezing.
Yeah, a little.
but we can
Go
hear
ahead.
you though.
We hear you.
It's like Vic said, come on now. You go into a house at a certain time, you ain't going over there to change no tire. And you come on now. And if a woman, no matter how strong a man is, if a woman, especially if she's an attractive woman, lifts up her shirt, you think it's not going.
Yeah, but okay, that's when you all have to put it in your mind.
Okay,
Why am I going over here at this lady house at 1:00 when I know something's getting ready to go down? Why even go? Why would you put yourself in that situation to be there?
Well,
Because they want something to happen.
That's why.
well, the same thing go when y'all. Oh, hold on, let me say it. Well, that's the same thing when y'all come over to our house at 1:00 in the morning.
Oh,
Absolutely.
it's different. We know we going over there for something.
We know. We ain't lying to ourselves.
Right. Y'all lie to yourselves.
So when y'all come over here at 1:00 in the morning, you already know what is about to go down. So don't come over here saying no and stop and all that other stuff.
Oh, we better not. 1:00 in the morning, you already know what's about to go down.
Okay.
But
So y'all, so y'all disagree with the Mike Tyson rape thing when that woman told him no at 4:00 in the morning?
No. I don't disagree with that.
no, because she ain't had no business over there 4:00 in the morning and knowing that's Mike Tyson.
No, I don't feel like that either, Veronica.
But
I feel like
Let me put my
no
glasses
means
on.
no.
But
No
no
means
means
no.
no.
Let me clean my glasses off for this one.
No means no.
No. Period.
Point blank. I don't care what time it is. If they say no, they don't want it.
That
No.
part.
Put it away.
Why you come over?
To have a glass of wine
Well, she might have
you
thought
can
she
wind
wanted
your
it.
ass outside my door.
or
I'm
some
calling
tea.
the cops to get you out of here.
Well, I mean, hey, but maybe she thought she wanted it. I don't know, but I just know no means no.
Shit.
Let me see what Voodoo's saying. I'm faced with opportunities to cheat every week in this profession, and I appreciate a lot of it visually, but I know nothing is worth fucking up the life I have worked hard to create with my girl.
Voodoo, I got a new appreciation.
Oh, we tangy tonight.
Oh, Voodoo, I appreciate you.
Yes,
So you
exactly.
mean to tell me? Hold up. So you mean to tell me that? So you mean to tell me that I just sit here and said that I wouldn't change a tire because I don't want the same energy that he gets, and I'm a piece of shit for that?
No. Absolutely not. That's not what we're saying.
Right.
But something like
Now, if you can't control yourself from helping a
From
woman
changing
change
the
her tire,
No, that's not what I
that's the
said.
problem. That's what
Exactly.
we're saying.
See, that's not all I said was I don't help women to not put myself in a situation that it can come up. So he's saying he turns it down all the time because he don't want to mess up what he got at home. That's the same thing. But the only problem is it comes to him and I don't even walk in that direction.
Now, if he
See?
no, because what he said was in his profession, it's
That's
just
true.
I guess just he's
a
around
DJ.
it.
He's a DJ, yeah.
And visually it's appealing. So obviously he's looking, but he's not necessarily putting himself in those positions. Kind of like almost like exactly what you said. But my point to that tire, like, okay, if a woman's stranded side of the road, you can't change her tire because you're afraid that you're going to cheat. Then
no, I'm not afraid that I'm going to cheat. I don't want to be. All right, let me say this. All right, I'm an electrician, right? People ask me all the time, can you come over here and do this? You come over and do that? You know what I tell them? No.
Really?
I tell them no. And you know what I tell them? And I'm giving my secret away. What I tell them is, you can't afford me. Yes, they can afford me, but I tell them you can't afford me because I don't want to be in a situation where you want to trade work for something else.
Now wait, what?
Are these single women you talking about?
It don't matter if they're women. So if I come to your crib, all right. So let's say I got to come to your house, and you say, well, not you, but if a woman was to say, well, Vic, I need for you to come over here and look at this, or look at this, or look at this. A lot of times, I don't even want to do it because
we got a lot going on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to do it because it could potentially put myself in a situation where I tell you about yourself. So to alleviate that problem, I just say, I don't even want to do it. No, I'm busy. I'm this and that and the other. So a lot of times I don't take side jobs. Because, it is what it is.
Is that one coming in now?
It is 1 o'clock. A side job. I
know,
understand it.
I can't stand them either.
Me either.
What you said, Deanna?
I understand it, and I see how things can go left, but some things you should just be a little bit stronger than.
Yeah.
And
but why? But that's the thing.
You just don't want to do the side jobs. That's the truth.
You said what?
When you get off, you just don't want to do side jobs.
I don't.
Okay,
but at
that's
the same time, I feel real trashy that if you ask me for some help and I know I can do it for next to nothing, but I know somebody's gonna charge you $250, $300. You know what I'm saying? If I come over there and do the job, I don't want it to look like, okay, as soon as I do this job, you know what I'm saying, you might ask me for another job and another job. So that's another thing that I'm thinking in my mind, like, I don't want to be in the pocket with you, forever. But at the same time, I don't want you to think that payment is between your legs either.
You think too much.
Yeah, you overthinking.
I do. So that's what I'm saying. I don't put myself in those situations because I do overthink a lot of situations.
You think he's got the love for real.
That is a flaw of mine because in my mind, I'm like, I don't even want to be in those situations where there is a potential that it looks a certain type of way. But yeah, I do overthink a lot of things.
Me too. And I feel like that too. I understand that a lot, but some things I just know I'm stronger than.
And Cheryl says I have no self-control. I have self-control, but like I said, I don't want, and this is the problem that I've faced a few times. When I tell you no, then now I'm an asshole. Now I'm this and I'm that and I'm conceited because I told you no, or I stood my ground because I'm a man and I voice my opinion.
Yeah. And it's vice versa.
Well, no, with a woman, if
you conceded, we stuck up,
opinion and she say no, you're strong, you're independent, you are liberated.
No.
There's a big
no.
Okay.
No.
Do you know how many women get called a word because they said no to a man? Yep. Oh, you think you too good for me? Oh, you think you all that? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want you. How about that? Zero what?
That's a lie.
0 women.
Oh, please cut it out.
You don't even believe that lie yourself, Vic.
Right?
You don't even believe that.
Rodney said you just got to trust yourself, Victor.
I do trust myself. But like I said,
trust the women.
Thank you. It's the other person. I know who I am. I know I'm going over.
But not all women are out to getting them draws.
Right.
It ain't about that. It ain't about getting in the draws. It's about using what you have to get something for free.
So,
that's what you're trying to say. Like,
they naive, but I know that it do happen, but do it really happen a lot like that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. But see, it does.
I'm not calling you over if I don't have the money to pay for it. Sorry.
That part.
But see, that's you. That's you. But some women will call you over. They don't, well, I ain't got it right now. Or you'll go to their house and they in a robe with nothing under the road.
They wanted you before the job, because ain't no way.
But they do stuff like that for you to work with in your mind so you can finish the job. And then they'll be like, I can't do nothing, you know, that whatever, you know, it is what it is. Some women play to to a man's sexual appetite.
You've been crossing the path with the wrong women, sir.
It's not, well, see, you saying crossing the path of the wrong women, but there are a lot of women that's out there that do stuff like that.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I hear stories.
I'm serious. There's even with ask any car mechanic, how many times has a woman tried to sleep with you to fix their car?
Police officers.
See,
Girl, that don't work. No, I'm just playing. I'm just
See?
playing. Mhm.
But yeah, I get what you're saying about that, but you got to be strong and
yeah, you got to be strong. But like I said, I don't even put myself in those situations.
Well, if you were my man and you saw a woman stranded by the house, please help her.
I'm gonna tell you no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
see, if your woman is with you, you still wouldn't help.
That's different. That's 100% different now. Now if she
Because-
there,
Yeah.
then yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Because if I was stranded, I would want. I'm gonna call AAA first of all because I don't trust nobody.
See
But
what I mean? Right.
I
there.
would. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, I would want somebody who's nice like you. If somebody had to stop and help me, I would prefer somebody who's nice and respectful, who's not going to harm me, to stop and help me. I would.
But you don't know who you getting.
Yeah,
I
you
don't. I don't. That's what I'm gonna call AAA.
Because most of the nice guys that have wives and girlfriends, they're going to keep it pushing. Because I gave you an instance where I had my ex had, made, all I did was pay for this special needs child, the little thing at Walmart. And then my son got in the car and told her, and she got all upset. It's
That's
instances like that makes you not want to either tell them or say anything about it, man.
So you
No,
think?
you kind of quiet, man.
Yeah, he was getting his phone together. No, are you good?
Might need to join the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I'm yeah. It's my. I keep going in and out. It's like y'all coming out. So I'm kind of, just listening.
Oh, okay. So going back to this letter, Victor, you think all of this could have been prevented?
Women cheat just as good as the men do.
Oh,
Better.
They do. They do cheat better. Y'all women do cheat better.
we so much smarter. We say this all the time.
So much smarter. See, men change up patterns. They can't help it.
Huh? Oh no, I hate your Wi-Fi isn't working.
Dogs, but you women say all men are dogs, but how are we being dogs?
That's not true. Hold up. All men are not dogs.
No. Yeah,
But you know, a
puppies.
dog is the most loyal creature on earth. Though.
Yeah, they loyal to each other.
Yeah,
Since
the
when
dogs.
has-
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness!
Listen, y'all do the most.
I wish my internet was.
Just-
I think there's good and bad in both sexes. So we I guess just have to.
Yeah, we definitely can go back and forth with that.
I
Yeah.
think there is good and bad in both sexes. I mean, I wouldn't be complete without a woman. I really, truly, feel that. Right now I'm a little incomplete, but hopefully, that'll all change in the future.
So when you. But I think if a woman said she felt incomplete, it would be viewed so differently.
By who?
Like if I said I'm incomplete without a man, to me that has a negative connotation. Like we know what I mean, but it wouldn't be viewed the same as when you said it.
But understand, it shouldn't matter what everybody else think. I just put myself out there being vulnerable, saying that I'm a grown man and I feel incomplete because I'm single.
And see,
I really feel that way. So I I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about it, but I know how I feel inside.
Right.
So I know that, yes, you were born alone and you're gonna die alone. But the minute that you're born and you're, in a really healthy birth, you're placed on your mother. So you're born, and that love and affection starts there, and it's supposed to continue until you die. So yes, I really feel like we are meant to be, with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But I feel what you're saying, Deanna, because if a woman would say, I feel so incomplete without a man, they're gonna be like, girl, you don't need no man.
Why she always gotta have a man?
That's them the toxic chicks that y'all don't need to be around.
And don't.
Exactly.
You said what?
And don't.
But it's just, again, that double standard.
Right.
That's all it is. It's just that double standard. It doesn't sound the same coming from a woman than it does coming from a man at all. Period. It just don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm incomplete without a man.
Right.
But see, I think I'm a little too blunt sometimes.
Oh,
sometimes.
But like I've always said this. Don't listen to, don't listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the message that I'm trying to convey. So if I tell you, I'm perfectly capable of functioning by myself, but I don't want to be by myself. That's only thing y'all hear is I don't want to be. I mean, I'm okay being by myself. That's all y'all hear.
I think everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody is okay being by them. Everybody wants somebody.
There it is.
With. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So people that say, oh, I don't need no man, I'm good by myself, right. Stop lying to yourself.
And you might be good by yourself for a season, but that season passes and you want a man.
Yeah. What Mr. Sammy said?
He said, if women are so much smarter than men, tell me why so many women get hurt by men.
Because we fall in love with potential and we fall in love with that first face that men put on.
But y'all supposed to be smarter than us, though.
But that's
I think
we're emotional.
Yeah, and we do see it.
Mm-hmm.
We see what's going on, but we try to hold on and want it to work. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to work so bad because we didn't put all in all into this relationship. So just to see it just fall apart.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of us, I'll take me for example, and I'm pretty sure Veronica too. When we go into a situation, before we even get that deep in a situation, it takes a lot to even get there. So by the time we're there, we've already invested so much and we've already kind of took down the wall brick by brick by brick. Mm-hmm. So to let somebody in is a lot. So when we do, we don't expect to be hurt like that. We don't expect that.
You're not taking down the wall brick by brick. I'm sitting here with the chisel chipping on that wall brick by brick.
With that first face.
So every man has got two faces?
Yeah, I think, listen, just hear me out. I think, and not just a man, but with anybody, when you first start that, you're putting on your best foot forward.
Of course.
Your very, very, very best. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to see at first those little flaws. You're not going to let them show at first. So I got Mr. Perfect, but after so long, he's not so perfect. But I've already fell in love with who you posed to be.
But that's still in me, though.
Yeah, that's the potential we fall in love with.
But I also know that you changed too, because them little sexy drawers you was wearing, now you wearing them big old lace drawers to the bed now. So I'm gonna need for you to swing back around and put them thongs back on.
How about no draws?
No, because you ain't gonna be blowing no wind in the middle of the night on me. You're gonna have to get a leg.
Okay, think about this.
And how about panties? Not
Oh,
drawers.
excuse me, panties.
But you know how, like, you broke it down. Noah broke it down, and he was saying, well, maybe he came home and the woman didn't cook, and you too, Vic, and she didn't do this, and she didn't do that, whatever. Thus, it led to that. So I guess what I'm trying to say, for men who want all that stuff, they have to be deserving, so to speak. Like, the same way we can kill it for y'all and make y'all go cheat, y'all can kill it for us, and we don't even want to do that stuff no more. I'm just
And go cheat.
no.
Deanna,
it's nothing, but
that part.
But see, that's the thing, though. People think, yes, if your mate is lacking in, certain aspects of your relationship, people think that it's wrong to cheat. Sometimes you might need to cheat in order to keep the relationship.
I don't agree.
In order to keep the relationship, what?
Together.
That man.
Most of the time,
Nah.
before a woman cheats, unless she's just a cheater, and I know you got some that just a cheater, but when you got a good one before she cheats,
Or
if
man,
she cheats,
or
man. No, I'm speaking from a woman because we like to talk. She's going to tell you over and over and over and over. But you're gonna take it as nagging. I need this. This is not happening. Why this? I want that. And she's going to keep saying it instead of guys listening and letting it sink in. Oh, she's nagging. She's nagging. She's nagging.
That's what they like.
Yeah, she's telling you what she needs, what she desires, her expectations. But to men, she's nagging. So what do we do?
See, that's the thing. They want us to shut down.
Man. But see, why nag somebody?
Why is it nagging if I'm just trying to make our relationship work and tell you what I feel like the relationship needs or I need? Why is that nagging?
See what you keep saying? You keep saying I. You're not saying what we need. You're saying I need this. I want this. I. But you're not once did you say, let me have a conversation with this man and see why I am not getting this. This man might be tired. This man might be going through something. This man might be depressed. So,
but it's up to you to say what the reason is. You can't do whatever or are feeling whatever. We cannot read your mind. We cannot.
Let me take my bow tie off for this. Let me tell you something.
I say it all the time.
Let me tell you what y'all women do. And this is every woman that I've ever known in my damn life.
Ever dated.
Including the one that gave birth to me and the one that gave birth to her. Y'all will take a man's insecurities and throw it in his damn face.
Why?
At the wrong time. Y'all do that. Y'all don't know how to argue because y'all don't. Y'all are sitting here, and if a man breaks down to you, and the man might be crying or whatever, the first time you get an argument, look at old whining ass motherfucker.
Nobody ain't gonna say that. No.
Oh man.
No. That's melodramatics. Absolutely not.
Oh, you said, so you
no, not the crying. Now I can say that I have maybe hit below the belt, but not nothing like that. Like, I don't even think nothing's wrong with crying and breaking down. I think that's healthy. Like,
so you just told me you have hit below the belt. So
I have said the wrong thing, like you said the wrong thing at maybe the wrong time. I have.
It's never no right time to say the wrong thing. But if I sit here and I give you I tell you what I'm insecure about, and you bring it up to try to hurt me, it's like, come on, G. Like, there is no coming back from that.
I think we might be saying different stuff because I don't see me. When I say I've hit below the belt, I probably said something that I shouldn't have said, but never using something that I know is an insecurity of yours to fight with. No, not like that.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's malicious.
But y'all do it.
They've done it. You don't know us like that.
But You just said you said the wrong thing.
I have,
and
but
I
I've never used.
I shouldn't say insecurity. If you said the wrong thing, did it probably like? I think a man should never call a woman the B word. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All right. No matter how mad you get, no matter how bad the word fits, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't call her, you know, the H word. But sometimes it fits. But we should show restraint. But y'all will quickly call us the P word, the B word.
I don't.
Not
even
us.
talk like
I'm
that.
sorry.
I don't talk like. Now, what I have done is I bought a person's pass when I should have just let it go.
Oh, okay.
I was
Same
still
thing. Same
still
thing.
holding them to that when I should have just let it go. That's
Thank
what
you.
I mean.
Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
Let's get some comments. Shirley says, right, Veronica, who wants to be alone?
Who?
Exactly.
Veronica,
No.
I said,
Hey, Shirley.
You did not say that first. Get out of here. So Rodney says, as the relationship grows, it's like peeling an onion. As you get those layers peeled, changes are revealed, but the truth smell is still coming out from the start.
And your eyes watering from those tears, from those onions. You're crying now.
Shirley says, man, Victor, nobody wear no underwear to bed. Shit, that's a waste of your underwear.
I wear drawers to bed. I'm gonna tell you that. No,
because you pass gas. You already said that.
Oh, y'all don't.
We may pass it, but we don't know it. Like we may pass it in our sleep, or
But you don't know it either.
Okay, Veronica. Veronica says, just be real. I love your name. Just be real from the beginning, and then you don't have to worry about a different person later. Exactly. Why put on a show at the beginning and then change? Sadly, but it happens a lot. It happens a lot. You betray to be this type of person, but then later on, it's like, who are you? Where you came from?
I always call it catfish because I don't look at being catfish in terms of the show. I look at catfish also as you showed me one person, and then months down the line, I got somebody totally different. Like you said, Veronica, who are you?
Right. Who are you? Where's the person that I fell in love with?
Right. The potential.
That's dirty, man.
What's dirty?
That's dirty.
What's
The
dirty?
potential. You gonna sit here and say you fell in love with the potential? Like, so you trying to say that everybody has their best face forward. So understand that, Deanna, you didn't bring that person's past up in the beginning of the relationship. Even if you did, then it may or may not have ended, or y'all may be still going on. But all I'm saying is that everybody puts their best foot forward. Everybody goes into the relationship. You can't bring your past from over here into this new one. So you try to be the person who in your mind you think you are, but then you kind of mold yourself into the person that you're with. It's like, okay, this person over here, they like to do this, this, and this, and you kind of mold yourself into that. But I can guarantee you, if you got all my exes together, they would all have a different way to describe who I was or who I am. They'll have some of the same adjectives in there, but they'll still say, you know, he was this or he was this way or he was this way.
But even with everybody putting their best foot forward, the very core of you or what you've shown me should not change. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be human, but there is no way that the things, all of the qualities that I fell in love with are out the window. It should never be that. It should never, ever be that.
Yeah.
Period.
But people get complacent and people get comfortable. So you're right. You're right. It should never be that. If I was buying you flowers, then maybe not to say that you're going to consistently get the flowers, but if I'm trying to get your attention, yes, I'm going to go and be extra to get your attention. But I'm also need for you to understand that $60 and $80 and $120 that I was spending on you to get your attention. Once we come together, we can spend that somewhere else.
Yeah, I get that. I'm talking about.
But
I
do
mean,
you really get that?
It don't have to be every like week.
It don't have to be
Like
every
before.
month.
Like when we first got together, every week you was buying, sending me flowers here and there. But okay, at least throughout every 3 months you sending some flowers or whatever.
No.
It don't
I'm
even
just
have to be
saying.
that. Just
That's what you started though. That's what
Yeah,
we're
it
saying.
is.
That's what we're talking about. That's
you
what
have to buy me
you
flowers, buy me something.
Well, see, that's the thing. What you buying me though?
Oh, it's a
I
two-way
didn't start that
street.
with you though. I didn't start buying you stuff. You started it.
See where we going?
I'm just saying.
Veronica ain't buying nothing, and Deanna said, "Well, who said I ain't buying you nothing?" So that's
I'm
that's
not, no, I'm not saying that I'm not buying anything. I'm just saying you started off with the flowers.
I'm trying to get your attention.
So don't be mad at the monster you create.
All I'm saying is,
Girl.
All I'm saying
Exactly.
is, sometimes a man has to do things to get a woman's attention. If I'm normally not,
now,
huh?
Getting it is just the beginning.
Yes, once I get your attention, then I need to. You're right. I have to keep it. But so, in order for me to, all right. So I look at the dating pool as fishing. You know what I'm saying? I got my worm on the hook and I throw it out there. Just because the little bobble is moving don't necessarily mean there's a fish on that line. It just means they nibbling. But I'm gonna have to know that for sure that there's a fish on the line before I pull that thing back.
Mm-hmm.
But even as I'm reeling that fish in, that fish can still come off that hook, or a bigger fish could come and bite that fish, and now I got a bigger fish on that hook. So I'm just saying, it's all about it's one big game, man. It's one big game. Let me see that.
Rodney said potential, so you can change and mold them. A strong man won't change unless they want to.
They want to. But I don't think anybody should put the responsibility, for one, you shouldn't put the responsibility on other partner to make you happy. And for two, you shouldn't put the responsibility on other partner to change a person. Like people, I get that my love or whatever can influence change, but it's nobody's responsibility to change. Men change, like you said, because they want to, or women because they want to.
Women change men. Women change men.
But it's not like we make the mistake going into it trying to change a man instead of just letting it flow naturally, and then the change comes. We have the idea of, I want to be like this, I want to be like this. So if I do this, he'll do that. If I say this, if I love, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I dated somebody and they came from a totally different family dynamic. So I felt like I could, if I showed them the type of love that I experienced with my family, it would be enough for that person, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I went hard out my way to say, well, maybe your family didn't do that, but I got you. I can love you like that. My family can love you like that. And it wasn't received that way. So I had to back up and realize that he needs it, but not from you.
Mm.
So we try to, I guess in a sense, I tried to change him or get him to experience what I expect. And I can say that now.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a need and I tried to meet that need instead of realizing that's not my place.
You know, I'm gonna say this.
You have to want to change.
I'm gonna say this. A guy, and this is a statement that I really hold true. All good men are married. Most of them are married or been married. And the reason why they're good men is because they adapted to what a woman wants. That's why a lot of married men cheat, because a lot of single women see this married man.
So how are they good if they cheat?
Not saying, just
go ahead.
That's just a bad characteristic about them. But there are a lot of good women that are single. So when I say you know, when it comes down to the dating world, a lot of women will say, a guy will find, oh man, she a good woman. She a good woman. You know what I'm saying? And you get with her. Yeah, she half crazy most of the time. But, you know, she gets that man and she get like a lump of clay and she molds him, she polish him up,
For
she
the
spit
next
shine him
woman.
up. Huh?
For the next woman.
See, but she get him and she mold him up and she polish him up. And now he's an upstanding citizen. He used to be like this. And I'm not saying every man's like that, just my idea. He used to be like this and used to be like that. And they can make it work. They can really make it work. So a lot of women will see the finished product and want the finished product, but don't want to put the time to do the work. But that's my thing. Y'all got to understand that a lot of men out there are unmolded or blank canvases.
But and I get that and I understand that, but it's not mine or any woman's responsibility to mold and change. Although it may result, it may result into that from the relationship. That's not our responsibility. We don't need that pressure.
But then, and then know what you do? You tell him, "Good day, sir." Good, yes. Then tell him, "Good day, sir." I don't have time.
And I get that it can be a result of the relationship and how the relationship going, but I can't raise a man. I'm sorry. I ain't never been one.
But the thing about it is you're not raising a man. And the same thing go for the woman. If I'm in a relationship, I'm going to mold you into the woman who I want you to be. And I would hope that you're going to want me to be the man that you want to be. The man that you want in your life. I mean, we're all...
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort. It's a team effort.
I agree. I just feel like stuff sounds so much better coming from a man than it does a woman.
What you mean? It don't say much better anymore.
Oh yeah, what do you mean?
Like when Vic said a woman molds a man, I think it's received different from the male perspective than it is from the female perspective, because men you trying to change me and
it's the same thing.
But it's not received the same.
That's because it's like women have to be quiet, but men can talk. They can say this, they can say that. But as soon as a woman say it, she's trying to be controlling. She just want to argue. Oh, she's that mad black woman. Oh, here she go downgrading men. Like all of these things.
See, maybe you don't understand because you're not a woman. Like it is the same thing. It's exactly the same thing, but
I get what you're saying.
It's so different.
Yeah.
But who is saying this? But see, y'all take criticism from people who you're not even aspiring to be. If your mother...
Oh, that sounds like a good old something you just said. That's a good old statement.
But it's the truth. You'll have... But see, my thing is, people that take advice... People in relationships take advice from single people. That's right. Stupid. That is the stupidest thing you can do. And they do it every day. And then now y'all single.
Who is y'all?
Listen.
I'm serious. It's a damn fact. People, men, I'm gonna say this, men do it more than women. A man to take advice from his single homeboy more than he would take advice from his married homeboy. Bro, you need to, bro, no, don't go out, bro. You need to sit at home and chill. Man, what the fuck she talking about, man? Man, come out, man. You the man of the house, bro.
Right.
You make all the money, man. Come on out.
They tend to side with how they already linked to where they already leaning.
Well, because sometimes we are undecisive. Sometimes there is no lean. But why take advice from somebody
who's never. Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like that. I got a close friend who's married, and she and I talk a lot. A lot of stuff I say, well, I've never been married, so I can't speak on it.
Exactly. Like a lot of people, like Vic say, does that though.
Yeah, I
You've never
can't
been
tell you
married a
that.
day in your life, but here you is trying to give me marriage advice.
But as a single person, I can tell you the mistakes I've made along the way. You
Say
know,
that
what I'm
again.
saying? As a single person, hush, I can tell you the mistakes I've made along the way because I've made them.
We've all made them.
So I can tell you from that perspective, but I can't tell you, boy, bye. Just stop.
Woo!
Ooh, I cannot with you
I can
tonight.
turn back the hands of time.
Oh, baby, let me tell you. But you know, I just tell myself, Deanna, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. I have to remind myself that sometimes.
Yeah, but just think of people who
Just yeah. Should have known better.
hey, it's like why?
Yeah.
And I can't even take it back. Like
Yeah.
So y'all feel like y'all made any regrets? Any regrets?
Like when you say regrets, like
I'm gonna let you run with it.
yeah, there's
Any
some things
regrets?
I hate I did.
Okay.
yes,
Absolutely.
Veronica,
definitely. Yes,
any regrets?
Yeah.
definitely. Like if I could take
Yeah.
back some things that I've done. Whew, yeah.
It's
You know how many regrets I got?
None.
Thank you.
Because you're a man and y'all say that.
I ain't got none.
I have no regrets.
And that's why I ask you what you mean about regret. There's something I've done that I wish when I think about regrets, like I understand that everything I did was, you know, kind of help shape me to get to where I am. But
Oh yeah,
there's some things that I'm just like, I shouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
I should not have done that.
I think the only regret that I have is my children's mother. She's a really good woman, and I really feel like I turned her into whatever she is right now.
Hit
And
that
that's
bell.
my fault. I'll that. No. Let me say this.
Oh.
She's a good woman. She is. She's a good woman. Yeah. And she's a great mother. She really is. But she's got that. She's got my attitude. She is me. She don't take no shit, man. She plays 0 games. But
no, you was the asshole.
Oh, of course I was. I mean, I was young.
Like most of you are, and then you regret. Like,
but it's too late.
I know it's no regret because we weren't right for each other. But you know, it wasn't her fault.
You didn't have to do what you did.
You said what?
But you didn't have to do what you did.
You're right.
Right. Victor, I'm proud of you.
Right. You
like my hat?
Victor, you've been stepping up your game.
Yeah, because last week she couldn't get the 1,500.
Right.
No.
I was trying to.
We ain't even getting into that.
I'm just saying, I'm proud of you. You're making gains.
Right.
7 days, 5 days, however many days they made. Hey, yeah, I see growth.
Right, Cheryl.
I was saying the 15. I was giving the 15.
But not to her.
Let's wrap up this letter.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did say that you wasn't going to give it to.
No, my baby mama can't get 15. She can't get 15 though. No.
Okay.
She married. Yeah, I'm gonna give her 1,500 for.
Wait, Vanessa, what are you responding to? No, he didn't, but may God have mercy on your soul.
Let us pray.
Yeah, let us pray, please.
All right then. Going back to the letter. Y'all remember what the letter was about?
The man ended after 17 years with the whole family somewhere else. The truck driver.
Get my notes back up.
Have a whole family in another state, and he just left his woman and 2 children. to go be with the other
He
woman.
was
again.
forced out.
He was not for.
Just don't even respond. Some things we got to learn not to respond to. That's one of them.
Woo. Okay, final thoughts, Deanna. What should this woman? What can you encourage her? I mean, and the sister. Don't forget about the sister because she did say, "What advice do you have for the sister?"
I just feel like, and I get where the sister may feel like, oh, I was betraying the friend, or oh, I'm betraying the brother. But some things you just got to stay out of. You know what I'm saying? You just got to remain neutral in some things. And ma'am, regardless of what Vic says, it's not your fault. You when the smoke clears, you may see some mistakes you made along the way, but he chose to do that. And you got to understand that it's okay when people don't want us. It might be the best thing that ever happened to you, although you can't see it now.
Yeah.
Heal in your own time, but don't be stuck because his life is going on. His life has gone on. And I want to say to not just to men, but to everybody, when you cheat, you never know how devastating that is for the other party. Like you just don't know. You don't know what it takes for a person to build back up. So I just don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Dr. Love.
Yeah, I would like.
Dr. No Love.
I would like to say to the young lady that, ma'am, you would have to take some responsibility in your relationship. Please realize that some of what's happened maybe 3% of your fault, but 97% of that is not her fault.
Absolutely.
I think the sister has a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
Her family, I think that is shitty that her family turned it back. And I hope, you know, I have a 15, a 13, and a 10-year-old, and I hope that when my children makes mistakes, I can see the wrong in their mistakes and not say that, oh, that's just my child. But that's still kind of hard to, I don't understand that. So let me, the only thing I say about it is I just hope she doesn't carry over in her next relationship the hurt from this one, you know, and hopefully she'll find somebody who respects her and her children, and she just needs to cut ties with my man and put his ass on child support. Every man need to be on child support if you got a kid. That's the way I fucking feel.
Not every man. No.
Put all of them on child support.
Nah, I mean, if you're doing what you're supposed to do,
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm still on child support.
Dr. Love, you know what? That's bad advice.
Dr. Child support, that's what I am.
So let me say this. First of all, if you are one of those people that are in a relationship, in a marriage, and you're cheating on your significant other, you need to rethink what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you're hurting others.
Mm-hmm.
You're hurting that significant other, even though if they don't know about it right now, they're going to soon find out. And it's not a good feeling. Deanna, you know, we both been hurt before. We both been cheated on before. We know that feeling. Victor, I don't know if you ever been cheated on, but
I have.
He did cheating.
But
I'm joking.
But to
I
have
have
that,
been cheated on before.
but to have that feeling of being hurt, knowing that someone stepped out on you is not a good feeling. So
No joke.
yeah, like this lady said, her hair was falling out. She had to quit her job because she couldn't function. She lost weight, meaning that she wasn't eating. She lost her appetite. Like
pastor.
Yeah, like all of that is not good. I've been in that stage where I couldn't eat because I was so sad and disappointed what happened, losing weight, stressing, and all of that stuff. We have to be careful when we're dealing with people.
Yeah.
Like, and then you wonder why this person is so evil and mean. It's because
You made them that way.
you made them that way.
Oh, that was in them. You can't make somebody like
Oh,
that.
yes, you can, Victor.
Okay.
You can definitely change the like I think somebody got a song about a good woman turned bad or something like that because of
Probably
I can't
The
remember.
good woman's gone bad, she's gone fat for that one.
I can't remember.
Jasmine Sullivan make them liberating songs and stuff like that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you have to be mindful of how you treat people. Like,
Absolutely.
this man, 17 years, and you're just gonna up and leave me and not tell me why.
And you ain't
Where
got
you
enough love, enough at least respect. I mean, something.
I gave you all those years and you didn't have enough respect to tell me why you was leaving. Not only me, but your 2 kids as well.
But you know he don't owe her that.
He does.
And here you go again.
He does.
Out of respect, he does owe her that. And
He
to
does.
have another whole family in another
You
state,
owe
like,
her.
it's just
You owe her
totally
that.
wrong.
You keep saying out of respect. Apparently, he didn't respect her because he had another family.
Even though the
I
disrespect.
thought we
you
was
owe her.
doing. I thought we was giving our last comments.
You're right. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, but yeah.
But sure, jump in.
No, I'm good.
But I feel really bad for you if you're watching. I feel bad for you. I'm hoping that you still getting counseling. You said this happened over 2 years ago. I feel like 2 years is definitely not long enough for your situation.
Right.
Like, it's bad enough being cheated on and you found out, okay, and you left.
But almost
But this
two decades.
This man just up and say he's leaving, he's packing, he's moving, like, with no kind of hesitation. Like, that is a devastating thing, and that can drive anybody crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just I pray that you're getting the counseling that you need, and I pray that you can move on, and don't let this situation stop you from finding love again, because you said in the letter you don't believe in relationships anymore. You don't believe love is real. People will pretend to love and care about you, but at the end of the day, they just care about themselves. Don't let what someone else done to you in a previous relationship stop you from finding love again. Please don't let that happen. We're here on this earth. We're here living this thing called life, and we all should be living it to the fullest. We all should be happy. We all should be smiling. We all should be loving on one another, and we all should have someone in our life who we love. And I'm not talking about parents and sisters and brothers. I'm talking about
really big.
a relationship, like someone that you can love and hold and care for. So don't let this man stop you from finding love, because there is someone else out there that can love you better and treat you better and give you that respect that you deserve. Now, to the sister, that was a very tough decision for you to make, to tell this woman on your brother. She probably would have never known. I mean, it probably would have came out, but it came out faster because you as the sister knew what was going on, and you didn't want to see her in all this pain, not knowing why this man left her. So the sister felt the need to tell her so that she could get some closure. So it's wrong on the parents' part, on the family part, for not disowning this girl for coming out with the truth. Somebody had to tell it, and so happened it was the sister. So hopefully the family can find some kind of, what's the word?
Resolution.
To get back and say, we apologize. Be the big person and say, I apologize for not talking to you, for closing you out of our lives, blah, 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 blah. Because this sister's hurting too, to have the entire family to stop talking to me because I felt like I did the right thing at the time. That's crazy. So I just wish the best for all of you. I hope you guys can come to get together and just make it right.
Yeah.
We all deserve family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hurting thing when
we all deserve somebody. How about somebody?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we all deserve somebody. But yeah. I wish the best for both of you. All hearts clear.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate all of your comments. We didn't get to all of your comments as usual, but we will go back through and try to answer comments and stuff. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in every Tuesday and Thursday right here on the T, where we keep it real. Like I said at the beginning, we are not therapists. We don't have degrees. You know, we get these letters, these topics, and we just give the best advice that we can. We've all lived this thing called life. We've all been through storms and situations, our heart's been broken in situations. So we give the best advice that we can. So we try to keep it real here on the T always. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. If you would like to be a guest on the show, tangytoflife@gmail.com. If you have topic suggestions, you can send it there. You can leave it right here at Tangy T of Life Facebook page, or right there on my personal inbox, Veronica Samuel. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Sammy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, have a great night, and God willing, we'll check you out here Thursday. See y'all later. Good night.